This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Let us know what you're really sorry for and ask for forgiveness from Brian Adams. And we might just hook you up with some tickets.
Yep. I'd like to apologize to our good friend Chad Cook. He spins on our station every Friday.
What happened?
Over the weekend at our Halloween party, he was DJing it for free, might I add. We offered him money. He said no. And we had a prize for best costume. And I handed the prize to him because he was behind the DJ booth. And my intention was for him to just hold it until we gave away the prize, but he thought he won best costume and he posted on Facebook and everything.
Oh, no.
And then I had to go up to him and be like, hey, you got that prize? Where is it? And he pulled it out of his pocket and handed it back to me. And then it was hours later that he confessed. He's like, yeah, I thought I won and I had to delete my Facebook post. I was like, my heart is breaking. I feel so bad. So I would like some forgiveness.
Please forgive me.
Okay. I have one from the Halloween party as well.
Okay.
I bought 32 hot dogs. The plan was to just have hot dogs readily available in a slow cooker after I barbecued them for anybody to eat all night. I was going to get all the fixins out. Too many people brought food, and there was just didn't seem to be a desire for the dogs. So I would just like to apologize to the hot dog gods and to the kids that are going to be trick-or-treating tonight as they're getting hot dogs when they come to my house.
Are you going to hand them out raw, or are we cooking them and then when we open the door we say, you want mustard, ketchup?
Yeah, what do you think? Maybe I could offer the parents cooked hot dogs.
Because the Costco ones, aren't they all individually wrapped in plastic? So you could hand those out. Or maybe they're not. I don't know. But yes.
I didn't even get them out of the fridge to look at them, to be honest.
Oh, no. Okay.
780-784-7107. What do we got rolling in?
This one here says, I apologize to my husband for snoring, tossing, and turning all night and getting up to pee 100 times.
Please forgive me.
Melissa says, I'd like forgiveness for something unholy I did in the back of a cab many moons ago, but we won't speak of it.
Please forgive me.
Sounds hot.
Gary says, I'm sorry for being an a-hole in the first few months of my sobriety.
Please forgive me.
Christine says, please forgive me for eating all of the Halloween chocolate bars.
Please forgive me.
That I'm currently late for work.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Yeah, well, we'll ask Brian Adams and your boss for forgiveness for you.
Well, no, that's the thing. This is a temp job, and this is my second day there. And I started 7 minutes ago.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Please.
Please forgive me.
So it is now Halloween. Mariah Carey tried to move on already to Christmas, and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
in
she's
her
like, give me
favor.
my money.
So she posted a TikTok of her singing All I Want for Christmas Is You, and then out of nowhere, something tragic happened.
It's almost time.
I don't want a life for...
But not yet. See you in December.
She was attacked by Freddy Krueger and a gremlin.
Her kids.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's a really cute idea, though, for Halloween, because it's true. It's too early for Mariah.
Yeah. Although, I noticed you putting Halloween decorations away already yesterday.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not Halloween yet. You do this
Okay,
at
but-
Christmas, too. On, Christmas Eve, you'll start packing things up. And what?
It's time.
No. You move on too quick.
I still have the Halloween decorations leading up to the door, like the pumpkins are out and the tombstones for
the
kids.
kids.
But no, the inside decor is gone because I was cleaning up after the Halloween party. The Halloween was on Saturday in my mind, or at least for me. So everything got put away. In fact, it's never been cleaner.
Is anybody else like this? I'm not like this at all. Lisa will be putting away her summer clothes August 1st. Mm-hmm. Because she thinks it's almost fall.
It is. I'm wearing toques in August.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
It's time.
Why wouldn't you just appreciate being in the moment? That's the actual moment, you know?
No.
The Christmas
One step
tree
ahead
box.
always.
The Christmas tree box should not be out on December 25th. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, you're getting ready for New Year's.
All right.
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay.
Just want to give a quick shout out to caller 6, who was super fired up this morning. A car full of people that sounded very upset that they were in caller 7. But
okay. Next
love
time.
the energy.
Yeah.
We are joined by caller 7. Mike, you ready to win some money?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to go.
All right, so here's how the game works. You're going to pick a teammate. They'll leave the room. The other person will give you 5 words. He tells us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite your teammate back in. They haven't heard anything. We'll give them the same 5 words for every answer that matches. It's $25. If you get all 5, it's $1,000. We've decided to keep the timer in place, so you've got 25 seconds to get her done, okay?
Got it.
Who would you like to be your teammate this morning?
This morning, I'm going for a spooky Halloween. This goes Ryder.
Okay, get out of here. You got my sound on for
Yes, I do.
my timer? Okay. Just going to wait till he's completely out of the room, Mike, and then I'll give you the first word. After I say the first word, that's when I'm going to start the timer, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Mike, what comes to your mind when I say the word mall?
Shopping.
Score.
Goal.
Spooky.
Halloween.
Lottery.
Win.
Strings.
Cord.
Ooh, good words today, Mike. You crushed it. Okay, Ryder.
Dang. No, I should have changed the last one.
I
Okay.
know. You know what? It's the timer. It's the pressure. But we're going to win money today. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryder. You in the zone?
I'm in the zone.
Mall.
Shopping?
That is correct.
Yes.
Score.
Goal?
That's right. I thought you were going to say hockey for sure. But then, I mean, soccer.
Mm-hmm.
You went with the right choice. You got $50 so far. Mike, let's
Okay.
make it 75. Spooky.
Halloween.
That's right. Lottery.
Lottery. I'm just going to go with money.
It's wrong. It was win.
I was going to go with pick because the Oilers got so many lottery picks over the years.
Or like ticket would have been a good one too.
Yeah.
Okay, the last word, strings.
Strings. Guitar?
Chord. So that's when Mike wasn't feeling confident. Were
Yeah.
you thinking that you should have gone with guitar, Mike?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good game.
Yeah, what did we win today?
$75.
Yeah, we'll take it.
5. Yeah,
Awesome,
not
Mike.
bad.
Thanks for playing, man.
Thank you very much, guys.
Here's another terrifying episode of Terror Tales.
We actually have 3 listeners lined up and ready to go with their stories.
Okay.
Fire away, Shelly.
I used to take my dogs. There was a creek at the back of our property, and we'd go walking. And my dogs would always act like they were playing with somebody. And I just thought it was an odd thing, but didn't think anything of it until about 3 years after I lived off the property. The original owner told me that their son, when he had been 10 years old, drowned in that creek back there.
Whoa.
After I heard that story, it was like my dogs must have been playing with that boy.
Pretty wild. Want to
Yeah.
kick things off?
So scary.
Brett, yours was about your grandpa visiting you. Fire away.
First time it happened, I was woken up kind of, again, to this day, I still don't know if I was woken up or it was a dream, but it was at about 3:30 in the morning or so. I woke up, my grandfather was basically standing in my bed, and he had died about 10 years prior, and we had a conversation that I couldn't tell you what was said, other than just kind of reassurance. And as we were standing there, after a few minutes, my cousin appeared at the door, and he kind of turned to me, he's like, "We have to go." And he left. And then the next morning, that morning, we got a phone call from my aunt saying my cousin had passed away from lupus that she'd been struggling with. And she was the one who was at my door with my grandfather. And that was the first time. And then every time after anybody in my family, when my uncle passed away or my grandmother passed away, he's always shown up the night before and had a conversation with me in some form or another.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's a catch-22. When I see him, I'm happy to see him, but at the same time, I know someone's not going to be alive in the morning.
Yeah, imagine waiting for the phone to ring on the next day.
So scary.
Big time. All right, Ashley, what do you got?
When I was younger, I had only been to my grandparents' place in BC once when I was like 3 years old. And so you'd think that you wouldn't remember anything. And then I kept having this reoccurring dream about this cabin on this hill. And I could describe the entire house from the moment you walked in, how there was like a mezzanine and a spiral staircase. But I kept dreaming that when you walked in, there was a woman hanging from the spiral staircase. And then I would go to the basement, and there would be a door I couldn't open. And there was someone inside the room, but I couldn't get to them. Okay. And it took me years and years to have this dream that one day I just thought, I'm going to bring this up to my grandmother because it was her house. And so I told her this dream, and she was like, you've literally only been to that house once, and you would scream every single time, like in every single room. We couldn't get you to calm down. And she's like, it's weird to me that you remember this house in such detail because you were only 3 years old. And she told me that the reason they moved out of the house was because they had certain things happen that were quite suspicious. So, like, she would be downstairs in the kitchen and the sliding door upstairs in their bedroom would come flying open, or she would hear footsteps upstairs, but she would be alone. And she said that before the house was built, there was a cabin, and there was a man that killed himself in the cabin where the basement room was located.
Whoa.
So, yeah, so it's kind of crazy that I had this reoccurring dream for years when I was a teenager, and when I finally told her about it, she told me that I described the property in, like, exact detail, like the layout and everything. But it was impossible for me to know because I'd only been there once when I was 3 years old.
So the contest idea that we came up with this week was just play some Shania Twain backwards. And everybody who texts in with their guess at 780-784-7107, if you're right, you're qualified.
Yeah, that's fun.
I wanted to call the contest maybe just like Shania's name backwards. I thought that was funny until I just looked at what it is.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to pronounce what her name backwards sounds like?
Anus.
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 So
Anus.
We're not gonna
call it
We're
that.
not gonna go with that. No.
We're gonna go back to the drawing board.
Hot hashtags.
It is Halloween, so obviously that's trending. One of the stories that I'm seeing a lot of places is Kim Kardashian and her Halloween mistake. Apparently, she went all in on a Mystique Halloween costume, like a blue latex suit, full face paint, and then only to find out where she was going wasn't a costume party, and everyone else at this fancy restaurant was dressed in formal wear. There is absolutely no way this story is legitimate. You don't think Kim Kardashian knew that people weren't dressing up?
It's definitely a way to make a headline for sure, especially because the costume looks like it cost thousands of dollars and someone made it for her. And that's what always bugs me about Halloween and celebrities. We can't be giving best costume to someone who didn't put any work in themselves. That's why we got to give it to Kerry Washington this year, who went as Lionel Richie.
Hilarious.
And it looks like she just made her costume at home. It probably cost her $20.
Yeah. As far as local celebrity goes, Yessie Pugliarvi absolutely crushed it over the weekend as Darla, I think is the character's name.
Darla from Finding Nemo that has the bracelet, the headgear on and
so
holding
funny.
the fish.
And the fish is looks to be his girlfriend or whoever he took with him to the party. Awesome costume.
Also trending, Sylvester Stallone was in a magazine doing an interview, and he says he regrets being an absent father and doing his own stunts. He said, don't ever do your own stunts. That's the moral of the story.
I wonder if he's just like really sore now.
Oh, absolutely. He's 76. I mean, he looks amazing, but I can understand why you'd be like, okay, if there's someone that can do the stunts, which is also someone getting a job.
Totally.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And finally, as far as hot hashtags go, Instagram down is trending because Instagram is down for a lot of people. You may want to check it. And if your profile got deleted because they thought you were a bot, you can just like click a button and try to get it back eventually.
Hopefully. Good luck.
We'll see how that goes. It's Play 107. Ryder and Lisa, and that was your hot hashtags for October 31st. Some media people here in town have had a rough Halloween so far. Mm-hmm. I wiped out trying to limbo at the party on Saturday night.
You fell right on your back. It looked awful. And then the next day you're like, why am I sore today? I was like, well, Don't you remember? And you're like, oh, yeah. It's tough when you're just trying to groove.
Yeah, Mike Sobel on Global Edmonton was doing the news today, and he's dressed up as like a knight with a horse.
Yeah.
Not a real horse, but his costume looks like he has a horse. And he was trotting around stage, and he took a big spill.
Right off the stage.
Live on TV. We have the audio from it. What he said immediately after was pretty funny.
I don't feel like your
Oh, I
horsemen
don't
are
do that.
listening.
I don't do all the hard work.
The horse is okay.
Oh, my God. The horse is okay. Probably a nice cushion to land on, actually.
Super funny.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.